a lovely evening and a warm welcome to Camnet TV News. Camnet, not just another channel, we now look at the news headlines. ZESCO units deplete at lightning speed, Lusaka residents. 32 COVID cases recorded in 5 days. Lazard Ferry, a welcome move, Capital Market Association. Don't scare private investors, Zitukule. DRC suspends the board of its state-owned diamond mining company. Resumption of the games subject to health guidelines. We now take a break. Don't go away.
I've always been passionate about moving forward as fast as I could. Even as a child, all I ever wanted was to take first place at everything I could work towards. Whether I'm on the track or in the lecture room, my goal is to come out on top.
Growing up, we were always called Mafasho. You could say this paved the way for who we would become. We owe our success to our understanding of the power of storytelling, understanding what people connect to in order to give them what they desire.
We have always been passionate about people and honoring their stories. Our learning experience gave us the knowledge to channel our creativity into a business.
In order to start any successful journey, we must have a place to start. Even if that means we keep our mental image in focus as we become the inevitable solution to society's inevitable problems.
Which is why we all start our journey here.
And now the news in detail. Schools have shown good compliance levels towards the fight against COVID-19 as they resumed classes today. In his fourth address to the nation on the coronavirus pandemic, President Lungu directed the Ministry of General Education to reopen schools for examination classes on account that schools follow laid down health guidelines. School authorities have since vowed to ensure that their pupils are always safe and follow the prescribed health regulations. We have more in this report.
Not so long ago, President Lungu directed the Ministry of General Education to reopen schools for examination classes. However, President Lungu charged that both primary and secondary schools should reopen on the 1st June 2020 on an account that health guidelines and regulations are followed to ensure the safety of pupils and teachers as well. Today, pupils have since returned to their respective schools while following the health guidelines in and out of class. In an interview with the Hoodland Secondary School head teacher, Mrs. Sakala told Camnet TV that the pupils have been well oriented on how to go about the health guidelines to ensure that the environment is made favorable for them to have classes during the COVID-19 pandemic.
We've got enough wash gel, of course, which will take us up to maybe at least a month. Then this morning, when the children reported, we spoke to them. We had an assembly, sensitizing them, talking to them, educating them about the same corona, of which all of them are aware of it. Each class has been, for our classes here, we have split the children into 30 per class. So if the class is 60, they're using 2 classrooms, 30. I think we have about 18 classes with 30 sitting capacity. Then 3 classes with 40 sitting capacity, and we are using the hall as well for a bigger class. So the children have been sensitized and they are aware of it, even the teachers. As some measures, we've bought enough cleaning materials, and on Friday, the Honorable Mwanakatwe came personally with the team to spray and disinfect the school. But even as a school, we've also bought sprayers to spray every other day. As the children leave, they'll be spraying the classrooms and cleaning the surfaces. We've got those chemicals that we bought. And the children have been advised not to crowd wherever they go, even within and outside the school. The classrooms will always be closed, they will be locked to avoid people going in and out. Even parents, we are making sure that parents drop their children outside. As they come in, they wash their hands at the gate. And we have an infrared thermometer which we are using to to check. Of course, we can't do what the nurses do, but at least to see that the temperature is normal. Then we have also created a sick bay where, in case there would be cases, we will detain them there until.
She further urged that parents should sensitize their children adequately at most times about the COVID-19. Reporting for Camnet Television, Tenson Kaunda.
Zambia has recorded 32 new COVID cases in the last 5 days, the lowest in almost 1 month. Ministry of Health Permanent Secretary in charge of Technical Services, Dr. Kennedy Malama, confirmed this morning during the COVID-19 update and said that the country has increased number of testing sites to 6 from its previous 4 sites.
A total of 32 new cases of COVID-19 have been recorded out of 3,361 tests conducted in the last 5 days. The cases were detected through community and point of entry screening, contact tracing, and health facility surveillance. These 32 cases we are reporting on include 2 contacts to non-positives from within Lusaka, 6 from routine screening, comprising Lusaka 5, Ndola 1, 20 truck drivers from Nakonde, 4 of them, Chirundu 4, Chipata 1, Ndola 3, Livingstone 5, Chanida, this is in Chadiza in Eastern Province 2, and Mwami, also in Eastern Province 1. We also recorded 4 from community screening, and all these are coming from Nakonde. Fellow countrymen and women, we've discharged a total of 133 patients from our isolation facilities in the last 5 days. The cumulative number of cases is now 1,099 for Zambia, including the 7 deaths we've been updating you on. We've also recorded now a total of 876 recoveries as a country.
The Zambia National Farmers Union, ZNFU, has advised local farmers, including those in the rural setup, to put in more efforts in producing quality farm products. Zambia National Farmers Union Public Relations Manager Calvin Kailei says the period for COVID-19 is an opportunity for growth or for the small-scale farmers. Mr. Kalei has added that value addition to the commodities is key to have access to the international chain stores. He said this following complaints by farmers that the government is not proactive in promoting locally produced goods. The importance of the agricultural sector in Zambia's economy cannot be overemphasized. The sector continues to be the backbone of the Zambian economy, as it contributes to the GDP of about 18%. However the case, rural-based small-scale farmers who are largely depending on agriculture for survival have complained of negligence by the government. Following trade restrictions in borders, some farmers feel it can be a great opportunity of extending their customer base to chain stores. Meanwhile, Zambia National Farmers Union ZNFU has refuted claims of negligence towards farmers. ZNFU Public Relations Manager Calvin Kalei has encouraged all farmers to take advantage of the COVID-19 period to increase supply of their farm commodities and, most of all, add value to their goods, thus attracting chain stores.
So the COVID-19 has taught us, it's a wake-up call, and has taught us, let's rely on ourselves. Let's not depend on others. So this is an opportunity for local producers to start now adding value on their produce, to invest in value addition and so on, to invest in standards and so on, so that even when I package my yellow paper, red paper and green paper, it's attractive. You even label it truly Zambian, land it on the shelf in Pick and Pay, Spar. No one is going to resist it, because the way you are packaging it is also an attraction.
Reporting
reporting for Camnet Television in Lusaka, Zambia, Namwenga Mwenga. I'm done. I'm so done.
The president for the Federation for Small Scale Miners, FSSM, Mr. Joseph Mansa, told Camnet News in an interview that he wondered why government would give a license to foreigners to refine gold when they can be able to list it on stock exchange and allow Zambians to buy shares. This comes amid CCMIH signing a joint venture with Gamma Mining to mine gold in Zambia.
We feel that the government of Zambia should create stock exchange and give Zambian company an opportunity to buy some shares. I feel that doing that will be empowering Zambian company than empowering foreign companies. Because what is happening now, what we have done, giving an opportunity to foreign investors to get some shares which could have been given to Zambian, I think that's not the way we should go. If we were to do what is right, create stock exchange and give Zambian an opportunity, even if individual Zambians, they can buy some shares. And that's the way we should go as a country, to empower our own people.
We now take another set of commercials. Keep watching.
Savenda General Insurance Limited is a young and vibrant insurance company that is focused on changing the outlook of the insurance landscape.
At Savenda General Insurance, we believe in a quick settlement of claims because we believe the customer is the reason why we exist.
Such living proof motivates us to know that you can count on us to actually be there for you in times of need.
We have been able to pay claims of about 14 million kwacha.
Savenda General Insurance Limited offers aviation, agriculture, marine, fire, motor vehicle, engineering and construction, and miscellaneous insurance.
Come and see what we're able to offer, what we can do. You will never be disappointed because we are here for you.
For further details, call us on 0211 250 278 or 0955 555744.
The Cowbell Choco formula has been stolen. Get it back at all costs.
Tasting Cowbell Choco gives you the get up and go to be at the top of your game. Now with Vitality Plus Iron. Great tasting Cowbell Choco, a creamy chocolatey drink that helps give energy to get up and go.
Fabulous Engineering Limited, Zambia's largest and most advanced modern engineering company. We provide superior engineering solutions of any scale and are committed to delivering highly professional and comprehensive service to our customers, ensuring complete satisfaction. We are unaffected by power cut as we have installed 2 high-capacity generators. This guarantees round-the-clock efficiency. FAIR boasts of unique and exclusive machineries such as lathe, universal boring and milling, internal slotting, surface grinder, shaping, radio drilling, heat treatment furnace for hardening, shutter manufacturing, ducting pipe manufacturing, rolling, plate banding, hydraulic press, plasma cutting machines,
fuel pump testing bench, injector testing machine, hydraulic pipe clamping machine, hydraulic pipe fitting,
and many more. We are manufacturing specialists of shop shutters and ducting pipes. We also offer the following services: maintenance and repair and on-site support. Call us on 0955 764 011. 0979 698 382 or 0969 064 419. Email info@fabulousengineering.com. We are located at plot number 7204 Kachiza Road, Light Industrial Area in Lusaka. Fabulous Engineering Limited, Zambia's largest and most advanced engineering company.
Super cereal. We always start our day with nutritious super cereal. It's so easy to make. Just add hot water or milk. Fortified with essential vitamins, gives you energy and keeps you alert. Super cereal is so good for you. Comes in 3 yummy flavors: original, banana, and strawberry, and tastes so good.
Easy Super Cereal is made from non-GMO maize and soya and is good for the whole family. Found in all leading stores.
Quick and easy. Tastes delicious. Full of goodness.
Makes you stronger.
Super Cereal.
Easy Super Cereal. Brought to you by Java Foods.
Welcome back, and now the rest of the news. Some Lusaka residents have complained over the quick depletion of ZESCO units purchased at an expensive price. The residents say their businesses are at a risk of shutting down as electricity units quickly deplete, coupled with constant load shedding. Most residents are seen lining up to purchase tariffs on the first day of each month, hoping that tariff rates per unit would reduce. Here is a report.
While the world is grappling with the coronavirus, life must go on. But how and just how can one survive with what others have described as a harsh Zambian economy? Some Lusaka residents have complained on the fast draining ZESCO units. ZESCO Limited, a power utility company in Zambia, has been accused of extorting its customers.
My name is Lamek. I stay in Shalala. Issue of ZESCO, I think the tariffs are very high. Sometimes when I buy first buy of the month, you buy for 350, they will give you 320 units. And then if I buy for during the month, they will give me something if I buy for 100 kwacha, they will give me something 24 units. Sometimes it's 45 units, sometimes it's 41 units. So it's very hard for us to manage because as we are talking about economy, things are very hard. So we need ZESCO to look at this matter because we can't afford to buy units for 100 kwacha. They are giving you 20-something units. So that's the case for ZESCO.
Okay, and then also, how fast are your units moving? Because when you purchase for 100 kwacha, you get, I don't know, is it 20-something or 41 units? How long are they lasting, the units?
No, 20-something units, it only takes maybe 2 days. If you, let's say they use about, because sometimes they're even afraid to use stoves and other things. We'll be just using for lights and TVs. But if you use for stove, it's just a day and a half, it finishes. So that's it, we can't manage.
However, ZESCO has advised its customers experiencing fast draining of ZESCO units to ensure their meters are checked, as a utility company believes the meters have developed faults. ZESCO National spokesperson Henry Kapata sheds more light on the best time to purchase.
What really has happened is that people, first of all, will have to understand that there are 3 bands that have been created: R1, R2, and R3. R1 is the consumption of electricity from 1 to 100 units. R2 is the consumption of electricity from 100 to 300. R3 is the consumption of electricity from 300 onwards. And so what happens is that when people are buying for the first time, they are buying power at 47 Ngwe per unit up to 100 units. So whether you produce 1,000 kwacha at a particular time, as long as it's the first time, we will sell you those units at 47 Ngwe per unit up to 100 units. Then we will sell you the other 200 units at 85 Ngwe per unit up to 300 units. Then the rest will be sold at 1 kwacha 94. So The prepaid meters, remember that we are regulated by the Energy Regulations Board, and at no time Energy Regulations Board would tolerate ZESCO Limited doing to the contrary, because there's serious auditing with regards how we operate in line of transmission, generation and distribution by our regulators. Our regulators cannot spare us to hear that there's such thing happening, and yet our regulators have something else different already. So it's just about the usage. People must understand that when we talk about adjustment, it means it's either downwards or upwards, and in this case it's a tariff adjustment which has gone upwards. And so when they are buying the last part of the month, that's when they are buying electricity. Obviously they will get that electricity at 1/4 94. If they are buying for the first time, obviously they will be entitled to the lifeline tariff, which is for the saving that they need.
More on ZESCO, some Chilenje saloon owners have complained on the continued load shedding in the area. The residents have called on the Patriotic Front government to come to their aid as the harsh economy has crippled the local businesses.
Zinayangaine, Engineer Priscilla, I'm a hairdresser muno Chilenje markets. Problem yeti facing amuno ni malait na mans. Cause it's only for just 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, malait pe yankala koche vanom. Otherwise, we usually never have power muno market. We don't work ero moreover in my rentals yet funika kulipira, but without power, nothing is happening. Nothing is working with us. So at least wazesko waganzileko knife and febantu malait yazinkalako na water now, but ganzileko na mans, cause moreover mans na check yesterday. For the past 2 weeks we never had water. Definitely ninga kambe konje problem yet facing amuno market smart. Ino shop ni yatu ni malipida cheko cancel.
Camnet News, Lusaka, Zambia.
The civil society organization CSO have called on government to ensure that milk consumption is widely promoted in all regions. Country Director Matthew Mhuru has noted that it has become a routine that the Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit DMMU only donates milk as relief to the hunger-stricken homes instead of including milk and other foodstuff that are rich in protein and calcium. Mr. Mhuru was speaking during the World Milk Day conference, which is aimed at scaling up milk consumption as Zambia is commemorating its 20th anniversary for Milk Day. Government, through the Ministry of Livestock and Fisheries, has also encouraged people in the northern region where milk consumption is low to increase the intake to promote good growth. Meanwhile, in African news, the government of the Democratic Republic of Congo has suspended the board of directors and management of staff-controlled diamond mining company, MIBA, after an audit revealed significant irregularities. The audit identified a host of problems, including compliance, governance, production, and financial management. The statement by Congo President's Office said following a Council of Ministers meeting on Friday. It added that Congo's Mines Ministry will propose measures to revamp the company. MIBA, founded in 1961, was formerly a jewel in minerals-rich Congo's minerals industry, with gold, nickel, and copper in its portfolio. However, years of mismanagement, illegal mining, smuggling, and political instability have hobbled the company. This is according to Reuters news agency. The Cameroonian journalist working for the Germany broadcaster in Dashwell is receiving treatment after being beaten by soldiers in the company's Anglophone area where separatists are fighting for independence. Jean-Marie Gong Song is in serious pain with hearing difficulties after the incident on Sunday evening in the northwestern town of Bambili. Song narrated that his identity card was collected but later given back to him. Meanwhile, the Cameroon Community Media Network, CMNW, has since condemned the development. Rosaline Ako Oba, the regional coordinator, said in a statement that the act is highly unacceptable and the perpetrators should be called into order with accompanying sanctions. Authorities in the Democratic Republic of Congo say they have arrested a militia leader who is one of the main suspects in the murder of 2 United Nations experts. The Congolese military says it has been searching for Treso Putu Kakonde for 3 years. A U.S. national, Michael Sharp, and a Chilean-born Swede, Zainda Catalan, were murdered in 2017 as they investigated human rights abuses in the Kasai region where the army was fighting rebels. The Congolese government said that it was not responsible for dozens of mass graves that were found. The government blamed the militia for the atrocities, including the murder of the UN experts. In a sad development in international news, an unarmed Palestinian has been shot and killed by police at one of the entrances of Jerusalem's Old City on Saturday. Israel police said officers believed the man had a gun and opened fire on him when he refused to stop for them. Relatives named the deceased as 32-year-old Iyad Raon Al-Halak from the Wadi Al-Joz area of Jerusalem. They told CNN that he had autism and the mental age of the 6-year-old child, and he was on his way to his special education needs school when the fatal accident took place. We now take another commercial break. We'll be back shortly for more news. After this, keep watching.
Dr. Bigron, musaibala komutienda ukuni gift na land. Uchitenkubeti uibise mojo wasaione. Oh! Mwina mochi, nakuletera njinga. Latest inalufesi gear na mawaipa.
Difficult tidi ashiria njinga. Liam 19 pendef kondo. Transport, we got it.
Nanga phone for communication. Ipu sana chizungu. Yeah, you see what I mean?
It's a camera, difficult.
It's communication. We got it. Indemoni! Powerful system ndimba X-Buzz.
Mufumile kukalale. Na mnaimo muli bakumushi. We got it. Yo Bigron, utole noleta nchemfule mungani. Ngecho wachira pose na nchitinshi. 1, 2, 3, both of you. Kabala ngempanga. Don't be stupid. We got it.
Can I have that meal over there? And I really want that crisp, fresh apple taste in the garden. Can I have happy apple?
I think I'll have my big bite 2 meal with happy waziwaka. Give us your
enjoy an appetizing big bite meal with an happy drink of your choice. A meal is not a meal without an happy drink. And now introducing Happy in a can.
Super cereal. Super cereal.
Super cereal! We always start our day with nutritious super cereal. It's so easy to make. Just add hot water or milk. Fortified with essential vitamins, gives you energy and keeps you alert. Super cereal is so good for you. Comes in 3 yummy flavors: original, banana, and strawberry, and tastes so good.
Easy Super Cereal is made from non-GMO maize and soya and is good for the whole family. Found in all leading stores.
Quick and easy. Tastes delicious.
Full of goodness.
Makes you stronger.
Super Cereal.
Easy Super Cereal. Brought to you by Java Foods.
Welcome back, and finally in the news, Capital Market Association of Zambia, CMAZ, says the expertise that laissez-faire will bring to the Zambian table is exactly what the country needs to help restructure the current debt challenge. Association President Nicholas Kabaso has told Camnet TV News in an interview that laissez-faire has in the past been contracted by other countries faced with similar debt burdens and that the results have been tremendous. Zitukule Consortium has advised government to desist from scaring private investment as it has a negative impact on the Zambian economy. Zitukule Executive Director Nicholas Piri says the declaration of Copperbelt Energy Corporation CEC transmission and distribution lines as common carrier of electricity will keep the mining company afloat. And in sports news, Football Association of Zambia has confirmed its intention to resuming the local football leagues mid of July this year. The intention has been made through the proposal to the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Sports, which is yet to be approved. FAR's communications manager, Mr. Sidney Mugala, told Camnet TV that the plan to resume will be implemented and made possible. Mr. Mugala, however, mentioned that the success of the resumption of the game will be dependent on the players and everyone involved in following the health guidelines and regulations. We have more in this report.
So the Football Association of Zambia has put in place a proposal to the Ministry of Sports to ensure that the league resumes. The plan is that we have indicated that we should be able to have the games played at various stadia, which will be for National Division 1 and also Super Division. So what we will do is we will ask the ministry to subject our plan to health and safety measures, so that before we resume the league, they should be able to ensure that we have taken care of the players' safety and also the officials. So these venues will host these games behind closed doors. There will be no spectators. And it is important that people do not come to these venues when these games are played, because it will compromise the safety and also the health aspect. But we are happy that TV people will be there to cover these games, and that will actually compensate for the lack of fans in the games. So tentatively, we are hoping that we can resume the season the second half of July, because we have to give teams an opportunity to train and also prepare, because they may have to camp their teams. Maybe if it's Copperbelt, they need to make arrangement for the players to be camped, or where they're not going to camp the players, maybe ensure that when the players are coming for the games, they are run through the safety measures. And one of the things we are hoping to be done is that players will be tested by the health authorities before we resume, so that they are not a danger to their communities and also to their fellow players. Then the media will also be allowed to come through. So we are hoping that it also caters or covers the area of non-spectators on the pitch, so people will be informed about what is going to happen. So that is basically what we've put through. So for the non-competitive leagues, or rather the non-sponsored leagues, which is in the provinces, we are hoping that they will just play an equal number of games if they were at week 25. And for those that have already played 25 games, they will not play any more games. So those that have games in hand will play the games in hand, so that they are.
The end of the news, a recap of the top stories. ZESCO units deplete at lightning speed. Lusaka residents. 32 COVID cases recorded in 5 days. Lazard for a welcome move. Capital Market Association. Don't scare private investors. Zitukule. DRC suspends the board of its state-owned Diamond Mining Company. Resumption of the games subject to health guidelines. And now the verses of the day come from 1 Peter 4 verse 8. The Bible says, above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. This has been Camnet TV News, not just another channel. Good night and God bless you.